All right, now, before we even get down to the get down on today's episode recap of Porsha's family mess for episode 4, Porsha done made a statement on the gram where she is gathering that good dentist McKinley and his mama. Okay, so this is what she had to say in a post from, I guess it was last night. She says this: "Hey, loves, hey, y'all." She says, "Now, you all know by now, I don't address too much of what's happening on the show because I'd rather you just enjoy what is meant for entertainment." Girl, we know it's entertainment, okay? Anyway, she says, because of future low life accusations made by Dennis of me on the show, I want to make it known that yes, my daughter is in Mexico with me, as she is majority of the time when I travel as a single mom. Now, we don't know yet what he is going to say because apparently it's going to happen maybe in a future episode, i.e. probably next week, okay? But she letting us know she don't appreciate it. She don't appreciate it at all. So she's about to get in front of this tit thing, okay? She reiterates, I should say, that baby PJ is with her, when she does the traveling. And on the Instagram post, you can see a picture of her and baby PJ. And she used a scene from last night's episode in which she's playing with PJ on the beach, I guess as a reference for this. You guys can see it on her Instagram page. And as you guys know, I don't really try to post people's kids on this channel. It's just not something I do. Okay. Anyway, she says, but after the first dinner, I saw just how crazy it was going to be and chose to keep her off camera while I was there working on the show. However, we stayed an extra week in Mexico, and as a family, my fiance and I, blended and enjoyed the rest of our vacation. I'm a doggone good mother, and I always have my baby girl close no matter what. She is my world and my purpose, and for anyone to raise a question against that, shame on you and whoever raised you, okay? See, that's what she threw the shade at Mama Gina, because she said, shame on you and whoever raised you, baby. It was not, okay, she was not playing last night. She says, okay, I'm done. Good night. Please, guys, keep talking, keep tweeting. The show is doing well, and I'm glad you all are entertained. Hashtag Porsha's Family Matters. Hashtag I don't play about PJ. Hashtag open book. Hashtag real life. Hashtag the pursuit of Porsha. And hashtag my mini me. Okay? All right now. Porsha had to let them know. You know what I'm saying? Porsha had to let the people know. You need to be ashamed of yourself. You and whoever raised you. She might as well have just mentioned Mama Gina right there. I mean, why not? Skye Squad, we are back in the building today. We are back in this good building to recap Porsha's family mess. Oh, yes, we back with it. We back. And you know what? To celebrate the family mess. Okay? Listen, we're going to go ahead and do a little discount for 40% off today only. Use the code FAMILYMESS on Amirin.com and you can get everything, okay? Everything. Get your sea moss, get your organic greens, all of that for 40% off. I'm only do it for the day in honor of the family mess, baby. In honor of the family mess. We're going to keep this thing going. Now, listen. These is products some people gonna need right now because it's getting crazy out here in this good world. You know what I'm talking about. Side note, we just got word that good Andy Cohen is just now recovering from a 10-day stint having the pandy. Okay, it's real in the hood. Okay, it's real in the hood. So go ahead and get your stuff. Get that immune system boosted. Side note, aside from that little bit of tea about Andy, the Real Housewives of New Jersey season, I don't know what it is, season whatever trailer just came out, and you guys can that'll be airing in February on Bravo on February the 1st. Okay, so that trailer looked good. Okay, if you ain't seen it, it looked good. All right. Now that we got that little, niceties out the way, if you are in the chatterization, let us know what you're watching from. But before we get it, well, while we talking about it, let's just go ahead and get to the rating of the show. Skye Squad, thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you for coming back on through. Give you a little bit of news at the top of the show, and now we're gonna get into this good review. Now, we're gonna rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, we're gonna rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, y'all. Go ahead and give me your rating for the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna give this episode here a 9. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 9. It was some very interesting stuff here. I think we are going to see, hopefully, not hopefully, but I feel like we're gonna get in the future some more information about what it is that is brewing between Lauren and Porsha on this good show. Okay. Because we definitely got some more intel about why Lauren quit working for Porsha and why Porsha hired another Lauren to work in a place. Okay. So Grace gave it a -1. Not a -1, Grace. Come on now. y'all all over the place with these ratings today. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get on into it. We get into, when we first start this episode, we are basically talking still at this robe argument with Dennis wanting his robe back and Porsha being upset that somebody done went in her house and took this man's robe. Okay. Porsha then gets up and apologizes for throwing the blame around, and then she just wants to know everyone's true intentions. Okay. Now, Londy is talking while Porsha is talking, and then Porsha calls her rude. It almost feels like Porsha don't even like Londy a little bit to me. I mean, does anybody else get that impression? It almost feels like she don't really care too much for Londy. That's just my opinion, okay? And I don't know, but that's just what I get. The Sherman, aka the Shaman, aka Lena, gets up and she wants to pass around the throat chakra stick. Okay, this is my little dry erase marker, but for our purposes, this is the throat chakra stick. And what that means is when you get the throat chakra stick, you are the only person that can talk. Okay. Aunt Liz, who is just a reality TV gem, if I ever did see one, she says Lena the Sherman is lost in Black people land and don't know what to do. Poor Sherman, aka Lena, aka the Shaman. Okay. Anyway, so Auntie gets the throat chakra first. Okay. Auntie being Storm's mama. I can't even remember her name, to be honest with you. And I don't even think I need to, because we're just going to call her Auntie right now. Storm Mama. Okay? If you say what her name is, please say it in the chatterization. So, we can talk about who had the throat, because I got a lot to say about her. Anyway, Auntie gets up. Okay? It was Darlene. Y'all say it was Darlene? Okay, so it was Darlene. Auntie Darlene gets up. She will forever be known as Auntie Darlene or Miss Darlene, because y'all know how we do. We from the South, so we call everybody Miss. Anyway, Auntie Miss Darlene gets the throat chakra. She stands up, okay? And she's about to go into this real dramatic speech about, how she finally learned who she is. And it was at this moment that she got on this trip, now that she's holding this throat chakra, that she finally learns and discovers that her feet are indeed beautiful. Auntie, I want whatever you had in your drink, okay? Whatever they served you, please somebody send it to me, okay? Because I have no idea what she was talking about. How did we get onto her feet? Girl, are you going to sell photos of your feet at this point since they so, listen, if they're so beautiful and this is a new discovery for you, I know there's somebody out there who's willing to buy those pictures of your feet. So what I think you should do is hop on get on OnlyFans, Auntie Miss Darlene, get on OnlyFans and get to putting your feet up. Okay, go ahead and get to putting your feet up. Get to wiggling them toes. Y'all can, if you can wiggle them toes, you know what I'm saying, and shake a little something like that, then I think you can probably get some money, Auntie Darlene, because listen, you got to make the most of your reality TV experience while you can. We talk about that all the time. Make the most of your 15 minutes, and then you too can get some extra checks outside of the show, just like Porsha do. Okay, because I mean, I feel like that's where we're going with this whole situation at this point in time right now. If you know your feet beautiful, if it's probably they cornless, they probably are cornless. So let's go ahead and get a coin for it. Okay. So anyway, she finally finishes with her new discovery about her life. And then she redirects her attention to Storm. And she says that she loves Storm and wants to be closer to her. Mama Gina then tells Storm to get on up. How Mama Gina always end up beside Storm? If you notice, they always end up sitting next to each other. Anyway, Mama Gina tells Storm to get on up and hug her mama. But Storm don't want to do that, all right? She said, no, I'm not going to do it right now. I don't feel like it. So anyway, Aunt Liz gets the throat stick, okay? She get it, all right? And she don't even know why she here no more. She don't know who these people are that she is sitting at the table with. She don't know who Porsha's assistants are. They are not her family. This show is called Porsha's Family Mess, but they are not in the family. She don't even know their names. She been riding on the flights, on the bus, at the parties with these people, and don't bit more know anybody else outside of Porsha, okay, and maybe Lauren. And we know she don't know Simon. She can't know Simon, okay, because he the newest person there. All right. She probably barely know Dennis. All right. I know she ain't gonna know Dennis's date, but I digress. Anyway, TV's World says Darlene should have started with wanting to bond with her daughter versus her feet. It would have seemed a lot more genuine, but starting with feet was a fail. Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, wait. I love me some Aunt Liz. Aunt Liz is the show, okay? Aunt Liz is the show. Because I mean, she is she says, you are not part of my family. But the core of her issue is, and I thought this was such a beautiful thing to say. It was so real, though. She said, it's obviously a disconnect and a distance between the family members. Bruce says, I missed the super chat. Bruce, I didn't see it. My bad. When I get into the spirit, sometimes I don't even look at the screen. I forget I'm even doing a video. Bruce says, did you see what Dennis posted about Auntie Darlene's feet yesterday? I did not see that. For some reason, I am blocked by Dennis McKinley. I feel like the list of people that I'm blocked by is getting longer and longer. And y'all know what? I don't even feel like I don't really be saying halfway bad stuff about these people. I just be reacting to what I see. But some people don't like it. So I understand. It's fine with me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, okay? Because Miss Darlene's feet is beautiful, and I think we found a new career for her. So if that's what we did, it's all worth it. Anyway, um, Aunt Liz says there's a distance between them, and so Porsha has to basically explain who everybody is at the table to Auntie Liz. Because Porsha say Aunt Liz, Aunt Liz feel like she been kidnapped. Oh Lord. Porsha said she act like she been kidnapped. I mean, I think Aunt Liz was just like, girl, yeah, I'll go to Mexico with you. Wait, we filming a show? D. Carter says Aunt Liz is an actress in real life, been in many movies. Yes, Aunt Liz. Thank you for that super chat. Okay. Cece said, Aunt Liz is all of us. We don't know who these people are either. Every week, I swear it's a different cousin that pop up, a new assistant, an old assistant, somebody that used to work for Dennis 12 years ago. Aunt Liz, I don't know him either. Okay. Anyway, Mama Gina had decided that she needed to leave the room. She is allergic to the shellfish, and the smell of the shrimps is too much for her right now. She can't take it. She cannot take the smell of these shrimps. And we definitely don't want her to have no allergic reaction from the smell, baby. So she got to go. But she know her exit is going to look a little shady because she just know that she's shady. Okay, that's number one. God bless her though. But let me tell you something. It's always like if you allergic, if you're at the table and somebody allergic to the shrimp, just take their shrimp, okay? Because I love me some shrimp. Anyway, Dennis's turn with the throat chakra, okay? Stick, the throat chakra stick. And so he immediately passes it to Storm. And then they go back and forth about how she needs to hug her mama with her new feet, okay? But then when he does get the stick back, he talks about his intentions with Porsha's broken family. I mean, he basically says it. He's like, my intention, and I'm paraphrasing in so many words, my intentions with this broken family, okay, is to, be a better co-parent, okay? And then for some reason, after he get to talking about her broken family, he get back to Storm, okay? And for whatever reason, he starts singling her out. And then, she is not one to back down. She started going back at him. But in his confessional, Dennis tells us that Storm was actually fired from his establishment multiple times for insubordination. Now, here's my thing. If you work in my establishment, for which I have none, and I fire you, you are fired for good. It is not a temporary firing. That's called, laid off or something like that. What they call it when the people they can go a furlough. Is that what it is? A furlough when you can't work for a little bit, but then they're gonna call you back at some point thinking you still want that job. I think that's what it is. Anyway, but my thing is this: if you fired her the first time for insubordination, why are you continuously hiring this girl back and forth and back and forth and back and forth so many times? Because it don't make no sense to me. How many times does it need for you to sink in that she is not going to be subordinating? Okay. So why would you keep giving her chance after chance after chance after chance? It don't make no sense to me. And listen, he said it last night. I didn't say it. I just wrote it down. Okay. But anyway, they continue to go in at it until he gets up and he tells Storm, you need to shut the F up. Okay. Now, mind you, Dennis says, he's getting up and he's walking away, but he tells her to shut the F up in front of her mama. Okay. That's some bold stuff. Oh, it's suspension. My bad. How you gonna curse this young lady while her mama is just sitting right there beside you? Now, granted, mama is probably more concerned with her feet at this point because she has just rediscovered their beauty, and she is probably typing in how to start an OnlyFans and while she was at the table. Okay. But at the end of the day, I was like, how you do that? Okay. We're gonna get to that Hicks world. Wait. Hold it. Okay. We ain't even got that yet. Okay. Anyway. Now Mama Gina now wants to come back into the room when she see her son getting up, because she ready to pop off at a moment's notice, and she been waiting on a reason to pop off. Okay. I guess at this point in time, the shrimp smell ain't that bad now, because she about to head on back into that room and give somebody a piece of her mind, even though she don't know who, she don't care. Okay. She just want to give somebody the business. Then Lauren is yelling at Dennis, and Dennis is yelling at his mama about not going back in there. Lauren tries to come outside and stop them from leaving, but Dennis says Storm wants to be Porsha. So then Storm walks out too, because she need a minute too. Aunt Liz realizes that Storm has no respect for any of the elders in the room except for Porsha. I mean, maybe that's the only person that Storm knows. Okay, because Aunt Liz ain't know nobody. Maybe Storm don't know half these people either. Anyway, well, clearly she knows Dennis. Okay. They go outside to talk to Porsha goes outside to try to talk to Storm, and she decides to stay. I think she just wants a little attention. You know what I'm saying? Porsha wants to know why Dennis wants to be the center of all the drama on the trip. I mean, if you ask me, it's a couple of drama starters on the trip, and it ain't just Dennis. Okay. So mind you, after all this chaos, poor Lauren W. Now, Lauren W., not to be confused with Lauren, who is Porsha's sister. Lauren W. is the assistant, okay, that Aunt Liz don't know. Lauren had her own room initially, but Dennis had then kicked her out of her room, and he gonna take her room. Why? Because Dennis has to have room for him and his date, okay? So Lauren and Londy then get into it about Storm and Dennis, and Londy is more annoyed by Storm, and Lauren is like, how are you going to cuss at our cousin or whoever she is? So then Dennis comes in with his suitcase, and then they head out telling him they're going to see him at 6 a.m. for the morning meditation. He immediately gets on the phone, okay, with his work, which I hate that term, but that's what they keep using on the show, okay, work, which we will later find out her name is Erica, Erica, and tells he gonna tell her that he got them a suite. You just stole that suite from somebody else. So Porsha and Simon gets together, and they got to recap the dinner. Simon is very calm in all this situation. I think honestly, as long as Simon can have his old cigar, his old stanky cigars, he fine. He fine. He don't care about this mess. He like, where the money reside. That's where I'll be. Anyway, Simon wants Dennis to stay so they can figure out how to co-parent, and he's going to see if Dennis wants to have breakfast. Now, but he does have one request for Porsha: pack up Dennis's ish and get his stuff to him safe and sound. Okay. Just Helen says, "Hey Richie, you make me laugh. When you laugh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you, boo. Thank you, Helen. Okay. Helene. Yeah, pack up this man's stuff and give it back to him." Now, the producer asked Porsha about the robe, and then Porsha says, well, she feels like he don't deserve the robe back, and she feels like it's her robe now. Now, online, when she put in a comment someplace, and I don't have it right here on my screen right now, I could have swore she had wrote something like she had given him the, she was keeping the robe because his apartment was too small, okay? That's just what I thought. I thought she said that, but maybe, I mean, she's telling us two different things. Okay. So then Simon and Porsha talk about Mama Gina. Simon wants Porsha to tell Mama Gina to step out of their co-parenting business. All right. Now, the next day, Dennis and Simon meet for the breakfast. Okay. It's very pleasant. and they agree that the only people's opinions that matters in this situation are really Porsha, Simon, and Dennis. But if you want to be real, if they really wanted to solve this whole thing, they would just go into some type of family counseling and then it would be done. So they talk about Mama Gina. Simon says that she needs to be, well, to Dennis's face, he says, Mama Gina needs to be encouraged to support Porsha so that Porsha can be the best mama that she can be. But in his confessional, he says Mama Gina need to stay the F up out of our business, okay? That's pretty much what he said. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm just letting y'all know. It was a totally different story, a totally different tone, a totally different vibe, a different person, if you will, you know? Now, Dennis wants Simon to make sure he get his robe back. And Simon says, well, I got a moving company on speed dial to pack up old relationships. And honestly, I should not have thought this, but I could not think about anything but Fallon. When he said that, in my mind, I was like, is that what you did to Fallon? The moment it was over, you had that moving company come on in and packing up her stuff before she could even get home from the gym? Is that what happened? Okay, that's what I want to know. But in this confessional, Dennis is like, Porsha need to be on the lookout for this man, because if he got a moving company on speed dial, she need to be worried about that before she get involved with him, okay? Camilla says, I don't know how this has happened, but I've come to the conclusion Simon is innocent and the only one with some sense. Who knows, Camilla? Who knows? All right. Anyway, Dennis then wants Simon to let Porsha know that he bringing a date. We discussed this in another video, and we came to the conclusion, well, I did, that Simon failed in his mission to tell Porsha that a date was coming on the trip. At what point did he, he did not accomplish his mission, okay? It's meditation time, y'all. Dennis arrives to the meditation and apologizes to Aunt Liz for his behavior from the night before. Lauren is upset because Porsha couldn't make it to meditation, but from what it looked like, Porsha was doing Dish Nation at the same time, but that's just how they made it look on the show. Dennis says in his confessional yet again that he knows that Porsha is still in love with him. The meditation session is really nice. It's led by Lauren, I believe. And Dennis wants them to bring Mama Gina to the next one because he says that she was very emotionally invested in their family. And I think he thinks that she would appreciate the meditation session. I thought that was good. Londy lets Lauren know that Dennis has a date on the way. And that date's name is Erica. And for those who are curious, we do get a very brief look at the Erica. All we see is her walking in. We see her in some sunglasses, and that's about it, okay? That is about it that we see of Erica, all right? But it's time for the group to go to the cenote. Now, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with what a cenote is, let me tell you. It is a large underwater cave. And in this situation, it is where people were sacrificed back in the day. And you may or may not find random arms and legs floating about from those who were sacrificed. That is literally what was said on the show. Okay. So Lauren told Dennis that he could not bring his date to the cenote. And then the ladies asked, while they're on the bus, the ladies asked Simon, well, when are we going to meet some of the women in your family? I'm sure Simon is like, not today, not anytime soon, actually. Okay. So, but when they get to the cenote, they have to do a meditation before they can enter the water, okay, to determine what they are getting rid of in this moment, like what kind of feelings they're getting rid of, what kind of baggage they're getting rid of. And here is that throat chakra again, okay? The throat chakra stick is being passed around yet again. This did not work the night before. I don't know that it's going to be too much better now, okay? Now, Londy, when she gets the throat chakra, She says she wants to release any anger and work on patience for people in general. Really, she talking to Storm. She just don't put a name to it. But don't worry, their moment is coming later. Storm's mama, Miss Mama Auntie Darlene. Baby. Miss Mama Auntie Darlene gets the throat chakra, okay? And she wants to apologize and let go of the years that she wasn't present for Storm, but because she was so busy with her businesses, not to be confused with what I see as her future business, which is OnlyFans for her feet. But we don't know what that old business was, okay? But she was out there working and hustling and doing what parents do, you know? Anyway, she want to hug. They encouraged Storm to hug this woman. And baby, let me tell you something. Auntie Miss Darlene get to screaming and falling out. And I kid you not. I kid you not. She get to carrying on so bad. Nobody is reacting to Miss Auntie Darlene screaming for her life. Nobody. Everybody is just literally sitting there watching this woman scream her head off. I mean, I'm like, what in the bloody murder is happening here? What in the exorcism is going on? She was 2 seconds away from her head spinning around on her neck. You know what I'm saying? It was insane. And I had to ask myself, is this the reason why Storm is having issues with you? Because is this how you act on a daily? Okay, because Miss Mama was she was letting it all just fly. I mean, it was very strange how everyone was just sitting there acting like almost it was the most normal thing in the world. I was like, oh Lord, you know what? Honestly, you're right. Hold on for a second. You're right. It was probably not the exorcism. It was the Holy Ghost. Okay, that's what it was. It must have been the Holy Spirit. That was, the holy mess. Okay, because at the end of the day, I was like, Auntie, are you carrying on for TV? We gotta ask the question. We gotta ask the real question. Auntie, is you carrying on for the show? Because one don't need for you to be screaming like that. LaShawn says it was the Baptist fit for me. Simon isn't worried about their family dysfunction. Porsha's going to move to the house in Costa Rica. I might be packing now to move to Costa Rica if I was her, just to be honest with you. Anyway. Lord, she's screaming. Anyway, and oddly, hold on. Oddly, the Sherman, aka the shaman, aka Lena, said amazing work. Amazing work, Miss Lady. Amazing work. Aunt Liz gets the throat chakra, okay? And just has such a beautiful moment where she really says that she is wanting to let go of all the pain of the civil rights movement that still haunt her to this day, so she can figure out who she is, because her whole life has been about, watching her family fighting, picketing, and, fighting for racial equality and justice. And Aunt Liz, and similarly to Lauren, they bring a very grounded and balanced sensibility to this show that is, off the rails with so many other wild characters who do the absolute most. So Aunt Liz is definitely on my list of favorites for this show. She really, really is. Mama GINA then has a tearful moment and wants forgiveness for anyone that she too has offended. Meanwhile, as Mama GINA is talking, Porsha's eyes are rolling into the back of her head and down her throat, and she ain't even got the throat chakra yet. Okay. She just seems very disinterested. Dennis gets the throat chakra, and he's very proud of everybody, and he wants to let go of anything that's not important. Okay. Porsha gets the throat chakra, and she is not impressed. She is very disinterested, and she basically brings up Mama Gina's lunch. Well, Mama Gina had accused her of cheating on Dennis at some point, allegedly. But she's not quite ready to forgive Mama Gina yet. And she felt like when Dennis cheated, that Mama Gina should have taken her side and had her back. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's her son. So clearly she's gonna, always have her son's back. I mean, that's just, I understand that and you may want her to have your back ultimately because he is the one who did wrong, but that's still her child. So on some level, she's always gonna have her son's back. D. Carter says Aunt Liz has been in Tyler Perry movies. She knows the assignment. Yes. Okay. Aunt Liz gave me Cicely Tyson in a Tyler Perry movie. Okay. And we all know Cicely is going to give us that moment that brings everybody together in the midst of the chaos. Okay. Mariana says, how Simon so calm through all the madness? Simon says, I'm getting to the money. Everybody mad. Hey, that's what I think. Anyway, Lauren then gets the throat chakra, okay? And she needs to forgive Porsha because she felt undervalued when she worked for Porsha, but she realizes that even in saying this and uttering these words is not going to bode well for her because Porsha is going to feel attacked. And attacked she does feel, okay? She feels like Lauren was trying to knock her down to make herself feel better with that whole announcement right there, okay? And so this is something I hope that they continue to explore on this show because I feel like that is real. It's really real for Lauren. Later, it's time for the rooftop dinner, all right? But Dennis ain't nowhere to be found. Mama Gina lets them know Dennis had other plans tonight. It was a guest, a female guest. And the group wants to know if he's coming to dinner or not with her. And Mama Gina's like, no, it's her birthday. So he took her out. So this is going to cause some mess. Now, before she can tell them what happened with Dennis, Lauren pulled Porsha to the side and let her know, because obviously Simon didn't understand his assignment from Dennis, and lets her know that Dennis brought a date to the resort. Porsha feels like she's dealing with his toxic mother. Then she calls him toxic. But Lauren says that Porsha is just deflecting on Mama Gina because what she's really upset about is the fact that Dennis brought a date, okay? And she mad about it. And she even tells Porsha, Simon does not need to see you upset about this whole situation. And Lauren is correct. And now, especially if I'm Simon and I'm watching this replay back, if I'm watching the show, I would have to be asking some very serious questions. We would have to be having some very serious conversations about why it is that she is so hung up on this man who cheated on her, okay? Who cheated on her. So she should be used to seeing him with other women at this point, okay? It should be par for the course. You know he about the nightlife. He about the nightlife. He about the boogie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Autumn says, hey, Richie. Hey, Rich. I'm sick of the foolery. Can Dennis and Porsha get back together? There clearly is love with each other. Happy holidays, you guys. Happy holidays to you too, Autumn. And listen, there's clearly some love there. Clearly some love there. Anyway, Porsha then gets back to the table, okay? And she sits down and she immediately gets to texting. She gets to and lo and behold, she texted Mama Gina. Why is she texting her? You don't even like her. Anyway, she texted Mama Gina. Dennis brought a girl down here. New text. Question mark. New text. Question mark. New text. crazy. The only person looking crazy here is you. Okay? And I love you, Porsha, but you're looking crazy. Anyway, Lauren thanks Lena the Sherman for being there, and she about to send her on her merry way because the Sherman got to go and do some other Shermaning things. Aunt Liz is worried about the Sherman leaving Lauren alone with a group that has a whole lot of open wounds without the methodologies to heal them. Okay, because she know that's gonna be a mess. All right, Mama Gina's face reading them text messages. Mama Gina was smirking. She was like, I know you still want my son. That's what she was thinking. I'm sure she was. I'm speculating, but that's what I thought. Anyway, so for whatever reason, I cannot remember why, but Storm begins to open up about a toxic, abusive relationship that she was in. So Londy then wants to know. I mean, it was kind of offensive what Londy did. I'm not even gonna lie. It was kind of offensive. But Londy then basically says, well, I would like to know where all that aggression is towards me is coming from. And the way Storm took it was like, are you using me telling you that I've been in a toxic, abusive relationship as a means to say this is why I am being aggressive towards you? It was kind of like a wrong time, wrong place situation. But I think that maybe Londy was thinking this is a good time to address me and her since she is opening up. So that's what in my mind, I'm trying to process why she might have said it then. And I'm thinking that was it. Because otherwise, I would hope that she wouldn't be using that against Storm in that moment. But that's just me. Leandra says, I agree with Porsha in regards to Mama Gina. Sometimes the mother of some men don't hold their sons accountable when they do women wrong. And that could be true as well, Miss Leandra. That could definitely be true. Which you say. All right. So then Storm reasons that Londy is using the abuse against her because of the timing. And then Lauren wants Londy to apologize, and Londy like, nope. Okay. But Lauren W., Porsha's new assistant, and Londy are confused because Porsha is heavy on Storm's side, okay? And then Storm lets Londy know that she doesn't want to get to know her at all. So Londy and Storm, they kind of go back and forth at it, but they finally do come to an agreement about not triggering each other, but not without Porsha continuing to take Storm's side. And as we know, everybody is saying that Storm wants to be a little mini Porsha. Autumn says, off topic, would you ever do a Insecure review? Fun fact, I have never actually seen Insecure. I know. I'm gonna binge watch it one day. I really am. Oh snap! That was the episode. That's where the episode ended with the two of them, agreeing not to trigger each other. Next week, Dennis and his cheating ways come up again, and it is revealed that Dom, I think one of Porsha's old assistants or Lauren's friends, is the one who told Porsha about Dennis cheating, which I believe is going to result in some type of very big altercation betwixt everybody. Okay. That's what it looked like on the screen. Everybody up in it. Okay. Everybody. Yes, man, that is it for the family mess. Okay. Speaking of family mess, listen, go ahead on and head over to amirin.com. Get your sea moss is back in the stock. The sea moss is back in stock, y'all. It's back in stock. Get your organic. Use the code family mess. 40% off. Okay, 40%. 40. Okay. That's a whole lot of percents. Now, I'm gonna try to do a review for this next week. Although I'm gonna be in flight, okay? Technically, when it comes on. Hopefully, I can get into a quiet space in the airport. But we just gonna have to see. All right. Now, at 2 p.m., we're gonna be discussing the Salt Lake City. Okay. Um, and we're gonna go in about that because a lot happened last night. All right. A whole lot happened last night. So 2 p.m., come on back for that. Come on back for it. Join us. We're gonna have another little ponderosa. Y'all know how we like to have a little fun over here. We're gonna get into some things. But listen, y'all, right. Burn the robe, burn that robe, okay? Y'all are going off about this robe. Woo, baby, y'all. Listen, this show is a hot old mess. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for every second of it. It's entertaining. And what else are we gonna do? So anyway, listen, y'all, I'm gonna go. I need to run a couple of errands real quick, but at 2 p.m. we're gonna be right back here, same bat time, same bat channel for Salt Lake City, which episode last night was one of the most chaotic episodes I have ever seen of a reality TV show ever. Okay, ever. So we're gonna break that all down as well. And y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I got nothing but love for y'all. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.